Hi everyone, great to see you. Welcome this year to the Madwomen Monologues for 2018. Firstly, we wish to acknowledge the custodians of this land, the Boomwaranga Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation and their elders past and present. We acknowledge and respect their continuing culture and the contribution they make to this region and to our city. Also, please turn your mobile phones to the off position or into the airplane mode because they annoy us. Now, because you're the last night audience, you have the dubious pleasure of being here for thank yous. Yay! Great, I'm so glad you're excited. This company, Baggage Productions, is run by myself, Christina Costigan, and Maureen White, and we have been running it now for almost 20 years. Next year is our 20th anniversary. Madwomen began in 2011, and we began it to encourage women to write because we believe that writing is the basis, the foundation of great theatre, and we believe too that we want more women writers up there and involved and producing great work. And so every year we read a lot of monologues. We shortlist them, we pass them to directors who then choose what they want to direct. We bring in actors, we cast actors, and then everyone rehearses, and then we put on the show, and this is it, and you're here right now and watching the result. It's a very, very big job, and a job that we completely love. Every year, we give half the profit of this show to a charity that supports women. And this year it is the Period Project, which is caring for women, trans men and non-binary people experiencing homelessness by providing sanitary products, help and support. We could not be more proud to be able to try and give even a little bit of money each year to a cause that supports women or helps women in some way. This is a passion project for us. We have loved it from the start. It has had so much wonderful support and great feeling from you, our amazing audiences, and really from the whole theatre community. We just could not be more proud. We would like to thank our writers, first and foremost, all the writers past and present who have been a part of Madwomen. We are really nothing without you. Our directors, every year we have a group of directors who come back and work with us. We love working with them. We trust them because they are wonderful, creative people, and we have new people every year who join us as well. It's exciting for us to have new people come with us and take the journey as well. And of course, our actors who are, every year we have these amazing auditions and are so bowled over by the amount of talent, the sheer kind of wonderful, generous energy that comes from people, and you will see it tonight, and I'm sure you will be completely thrilled. A couple of special thank yous. There's two sides to this tiny bit of paper. A couple of special thank yous for Maureen White, who of course runs the company with myself and Chris. Maureen, who does all of our technical work, who does the lighting designs and runs the lights for every show. She's here all the time doing all bump hits and bump outs, and she is a wonderful, tireless, incredible person. Who does the sound for us every year as well, part of our advisory board, along with lots of other people who are also constantly working with us as well. And Langdon comes in every year and on extremely short notice creates the soundscapes for us, offers us out of copyright music to use in our piece, and other sound effects which make the show great, just in case anyone's here from APRA. License, we've got a license. This year I would also like to thank Shannon Woolard, who does our stage managing for us as well. So we have three stage managers. One of them's me, and one of them is Shannon. Shannon is also a terrific supporter of the company and a terrific supporter of Maureen White. And so we thank him very much. He also directs for us almost every year as well. He has been a wonderful associate for us, him and his company, Emu Ward too. And Emma, who is backstage at the moment, is doing stage managing for us tonight. She has come on board with us this year and has been a fantastic addition to the team. We thank her so very much for being a part of it. Bruce Langdon, who showed you to your seats this evening, another one of our advisory board and also a director of 2 pieces this year. Well, Bruce, I mean, he's with us every year and he is a terrific part of our world, our Madwomen world and baggage. And lastly, Christina Costigan, without whom I would not be standing on this stage talking to you, who is my dearest friend and creative companion, and who you'll see tonight performing a piece of my writing, which makes me so proud. And she's truly wonderful. You know, years ago, 20 years ago, she and I were so shitted off with a crap amount of roles for women. And how we just didn't seem to get cast in anything, that we just said, fuck this. We're going to start our own company. And here we are. Thank you very much for being here tonight. We hope you enjoy the show. Congratulations to everyone who's been involved, and happy Madwomen 2018. Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. I don't mean to be a bother, but I just had to check. Not that it's an issue. It's not. I'd be lying if it were. And, well, always be honest. Kind. Is that a saying? I don't know. Not important. Yes, well, sorry. Get to the question, right? Yes, please. Can I ask, are these noodles vegetarian? It's not a big deal. I mean, I thought I ordered the tofu and vegetable black bean noodle. I'm not sure, but this might be pork. Do you mind checking it for me? I mean, no, you know what? I eat meat. It's a silly question. If it goes back, it's waste, right? That's how this works, right? I mean, I used to work late shift, late nights, bars. Oh, no, it's not the same, no. But sometimes we mishear someone's order, just so, you know, we make the wrong drink, you know, then we have a smoko. Oh, not saying, no, not implying, no, it's fine. I don't know why I asked. It's fine. I eat meat. I eat pork. It's just fine. I just really thought I ordered. Oh, yes. This is fine. It looks delicious. I will enjoy these noodles. Mystery noodle. It's the way eating out should be. I probably stumbled unwittingly on a house specialty. Yes, thanks. Sorry. Thanks. Sorry. Actually, can you check? I mean, yes, I know I eat meat, I hate waste. You look like a wonderful human, and this looks like a wonderful meal, but can you check? I like tofu. I feel like tofu. Yes, please, yes. Check my order. If I said the wrong thing then, who knows what I said. Things that come out of my mouth. Of course, I wasn't saying anything about you. Or was it your colleague? No, it was you. Surely not. No, this is on me. And I'm sure that I said pork, tofu. Oh, God. No, just fine. First world problems. Hashtag all that. Yeah. No, see, I'd really like... Ordinarily, I'd be fine. I wouldn't say. It's just today, well, just today I want to feel good about the world, my place in it, maybe. God, what a wanker! Right. Just eat the fucking noodles, you're right, of course. Waste not, what? No. Well, yes, that is something I believe in, of course. Just don't judge me. It's my lunch break, and, well, I want broccoli. God, listen to me! Who would fuck wants broccoli? Well, me, yes, I do. I've got this half hour, well, 20 minutes to reconnect, to recenter, to refresh, and, you know, roughage. You don't need to know that. No, it's fine. You know what? I'll pay for these. Could you put them in a container, maybe? Yeah. Then I'll order the vegetable ones now, and then everything will be square, right? Who am I kidding? I'm not going to eat these. They'll just sit at the back of the staff fridge, and I'll deny knowing about them like everyone else, and then they'll die an undignified, unfulfilled death, because that's just the way it goes, doesn't it? Like I think I might do the right thing, even give them away, but that assumes someone on the street would want the fucking pork. Maybe they're vegetarian, and I'd be insulting their situation by giving them something they couldn't eat, ethically. What if they were gluten intolerant? That would just be horrendously rude. No, I'll eat the noodles I didn't order. It's okay, it's not a big deal, it's fine. Everything's fine. Yes. No, you know what? It's not fucking okay. I ordered vegetarian because I wanted vegetables. Green. I wanted vegetables. And I don't think it's too much to ask that I get that. Please. It's just, if I eat these, it'll be the last straw. It'll be the end. The absolute end of me. My shoe broke this morning. I forgot my umbrella, you see? So I stubbed my toe on one of those that, yeah. I left my keys at home, my phone bill is overdue, and Larry, who works in the foyer, keeps asking me what I'm doing on the weekend. Well, you know what, Larry? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to know what you're doing on the weekend, and I certainly don't want to spend it with you, Larry. Tonight I'll go home, I won't eat anything. I'll just drink whatever I've got in the fridge and pretend like tomorrow's never coming, because honestly tomorrow it won't be the keys, it'll be my wallet, and then I won't even have the money to buy coffee, let alone noodles. Then I'll go home at the end of the night and I'll drink again, but it'll be different because I won't reek of coffee, because Erica won't have accidentally dropped the grounds of my broken shoe, because I won't have my wallet to buy coffee, and my work is overdue, and I don't know why they don't just fire me, because I certainly would, who wouldn't? I can't even order lunch right? Let alone settle my accounts and pull myself together like a functional adult. So, please, can you check my order and take these back? I know I should eat them. I know. I just need vegetables. That's all. No, I'm sorry, no. I'll eat these. It's fine. It's just, my dad's a vegetarian. He lived in Sydney. I'd like to eat vegetarian today, please. Can I have the tofu and vegetable noodles? Yes, with black bean. I don't even like black bean. But it was his favourite. You know? Thank you. Oh, shit. He hated waste too. Jesus. Excuse me. You don't eat pork, do you?
Emergency medical unit. Everyone calls it Emu. And there's me, dressed in a hospital gown and the designer jeans I slept in. The rest of my gear's under my bed in a plastic bag stamped National Health Service. Looks like a garbage wagon collection. When up bounces this nurse. "Hi," she says. "I'm Rhiannon, your aged care nurse. How are we this morning?" Takes me a few seconds to digest aged care nurse. I reply, "I don't need one." She comes back with, "Well, we are in our 70s, aren't we?" I say, "You're aging well then." She looks about 12, skinny as a slicker paint. The other day I'd been grocery shopping when someone pulled the rug out from under me and I had to hang onto a fixture to stop myself from falling. When I'd steadied myself, I realised there wasn't a rug. At the local hospital's A&E they did the usual. You know, blood pressure, temperature, pulse, ECG, questions. When they finish, the doctor tells me I've got something with a long name that I'll never remember. It's got to do with grains of stuff in my ears and the angle of my head. He says he's going to try and fix it and asks a nurse to help me hang my head over the edge of the bed. And then he twists my head towards one shoulder. I feel like I'm falling into an abyss. My stomach heaves. "See," he says, "you feel like you're falling when your head is at certain angles." I remember I was looking up when I first felt dizzy. What we're trying to do with this movement is shift what's causing it. He keeps on twisting my head first one way, then the other, and then he takes off, while a wardsman comes in and cleans up the vomit. The doctor comes back to say I'm being taken to the big hospital 50 k's away, in case I'm having a stroke. I tell him I know that I am not. He says I'm probably right, but he wants a senior registrar to check me out, just to be sure. An ambulance transfers me to the other hospital's A&E and then I'm admitted for overnight observation. I soon realise that EMU actually spells limbo. That's where Catholics get shoved for all eternity if they haven't got the last rites. I remember thinking, I should tell someone I'm not Catholic. But the staff are all so busy, I figure my escape can wait till morning. The patient 2 beds away is really struggling. And I feel like a fraud because, well, there's nothing really wrong with me. My mood hovers between being pissed off for being here just so some doctor can cover his ass and wanting to comfort those around me. The woman alternates between screaming and moaning. While a man up the far end cries out for death to hurry up, for Christ's sake. A teenager whimpers like a child left crying for too long. And I just want to sing him a lullaby and him fall asleep in my arms while I stroke his eyelids, like I did when my babies needed comforting. I sleep fitfully, drifting in and out of this nightmare. Then trolleys do the rounds, first with breakfast, cups of tea. It's when I've got a mouthful of cornflakes that Nurse Rhiannon bounces up. Being assigned an aged care nurse is part of the service, she announces brightly. And we have to make sure we'll be okay when we get home, don't we? Pulling out a chair, she extends a clipboard, pen at the ready. Now, let's see, she says. I feel like an animal trapped by headlights on high beam. Do we live alone? I say, well, I don't know about you, but I do. She doesn't miss a beat. Right, she says, and ticks a box. Do we need aids to walk? Can't afford to have a fall once we get home now, can we? When there is no response, she glances at my face. And ticks a box. I think we'll make that no. And then she asks, and do we still drive? I say I do and emphasise the I. She ticks another box. Then she says, and do we? But that's it, I've had enough. My words become bullets fired from a machine gun. I told you I do not need an aged care nurse. I will be fine when I get home. I will not fall, even when I've drunk an entire bottle of Chardonnay on my pat below. Lots of practice, see? And I will not be patronised by the likes of you. Her lips form a tiny O. You know, all puckered up like a cat's bum. And I can't help myself. I tell her to F off. Half of me feels contrite. The other half gloats. She retorts, I cannot speak to her as I just did, but she soon loses confidence. I think she realises any more from her could unleash the furies. Clutching her clipboard, she scurries away. I feel mean. Well, for a second I do. My next visitor is a doctor doing the rounds. He says he's happy to tell me I haven't had a stroke. I realise how far gone I am when my first mental response is, no shit, sunshine. He says if I can walk 2 lengths of the ward without lurching, I'll be discharged. Right. I mark a point at the far end wall and focus on it. Eyes never wavering. I turn, mark a point at the other end, and stride back. Arms swinging. When my son comes to collect me, I tell him I'm exhausted. They try to squash all that you are into little boxes, I tell him. And you have to resist being made so small. To resist it with everything that's in you. He gives me a hug. The ward sister tells him I need to see my GP next week and hands him a sample-sized packet of Valium. This'll help keep her calm till she sees him, she says. Nurse Rhiannon's obviously a snitch. I hand the pills back, saying, I will not go gently into the night. My son guides me towards the exit. In the car on the way home, I feel vaguely ashamed. And the atmosphere makes plain that he doesn't know what to say to this mother who never seems to do or say anything that normal people do. I try to expand about being forced into boxes by Nurse Rhiannon, and his response is, yes, Mum, but sometimes you've just got to go with the system. And then he smiles. And I see the cheeky boy he was once, taking place of the exasperated man. But you'll never do that, will you? Guaranteed, I say. And then I add, stop off at the bottle shop on the way. I want to drink a toast to Nurse Rhiannon's health. I so hope she lives until she's old.
They'll be coming to fetch me soon. It's a big day. There's lots of people out there. I can hear them through my window. There's boots clattering on the cobbles. Rumbling undercurrent of chatter. Every now and then a squawk of protest. My mate, mind me feet. You can sense their eyes and expectation. You can almost feel the soft collision of flesh as they press for position. It's me they want to see. Me. With Betsy Scott. Banging and hammering began a few days ago. Got to have everything just saved for a special occasion, don't you? I shouldn't have. Spoiled the surprise. Can't help myself. Not that I can see much, just little patches of the yard framed by my window. Rough wooden boards laying on the cobbles. 3 iron rings. Evenly spaced. Stout beam, like you'd see in a cottage. It's weight bearing. Paste the patches together like a quilt. Perhaps it's best not to. Be quite a procession, I expect. Davy's going to be there. Julian Cross. The parson, of course. It's a bit like my wedding day, but more people attending. I won't make a fuss when they come for me. I'll do what I'm told, like I always do. Since when have I ever saying anything? I never wanted to leave London for Australia. Don't have no choice, my mother told us girls. I didn't have no choice neither. Bob Scott was a big man. belly oozing with the top of his trousers large and out of a cooking pot. His thighs like hands, red nose threaded with veins. It's a good offer, my mum told me. I've got 4 daughters, Betsy, can't afford to keep you all. She got cross from the wine. You know, I end up walking the streets, didn't you? Trip down the aisle in a good dress, and they all flapped around my face. I promised to honour and obey that man to death did us part. December 1853. Bob Scott was 35, I was 13. When we was first married, we lived in a shack on a property in northern Victoria where Bob worked as a stockman. I had my first 3 children there around the John's Bar. And Bob got himself a grog shanty near Mansfield. A lot bigger than we was used to. Wooden bark, you know, got a whole 6 rooms. We had a couple of boarders at the shanty. Julian Cross, who worked for Bob. He had a room upstairs. He was a black fellow he was, half Portuguese, half Chinese. And there was Davy Gedge. Handsome boy. Not yet 20. He was a good worker, but inclined to be impetuous. I was lonely. Lightsome female company, especially when 2 more babies came along. And little Thomas survived, but it was hard when I lost him. Bob never had much to say other than issuing orders. Didn't look at much of the time, swilling away our meagre profits. He'd get delirious and start jabbering nonsense at me, sometimes even threaten me with a pistol. I didn't pay much notice after a while, it was all hot air, all the same. I felt safer knowing Julian was around. And Davy, I was glad Davy was there. He'd look out for me when Bob got to scolding me. I did try to be a good wife to Bob. I'd rub his feet and his chest when his blood got sluggish. I'd empty the chamber pot when he'd spew his grog up. I even dosed the children with Langdon to keep him quiet when he was in one of his rages. Not long for this world, he cried. He never spoke a true word. April 11th, 1863. That was the day it happened. Mr. and Mrs. Ellis had been camping near our shanty on the way back to Melbourne. Earlier that evening, Mrs. Ellis had been helping me tend Bob, who was well in his coat. She returned to the dray to join Mr. Ellis, and I popped outside to say goodnight. And I wasn't even in the house when the gunshot split the midnight air. I'd run to the door to see what's happened. There's nothing but smoke in the bedroom. Davy races past me. Bob shot himself, he says. And he's fetching Mr. Ellis, so clutch the kitchen door. I'm not going in that room. Mr. Ellis lurched out the bedroom. His face is cream. Bob's lying on the bed, he tells us. He's got a wound below his ear, pouring blood, and his eyes popped out of his socket. And there's a pistol on the bed between his right hand and his knee. Bob can't have shot himself from that position, he tells us. It's just not possible. And then Davy frowns and gives me a warning look. This was something that I didn't quite catch. Mr. Ellis calls Julian down. Julian's reluctant and stumbles downstairs. He just glowers at Davy and purses his lips. He doesn't look at me. Early next morning, Davy goes to fetch the police. And he's told them that Julian shot Bob. Julian claims Davy made him do it to stop Bob blaming into me. I told the police I wasn't in the house when the gun went off. That's all I know about the affair. That's the God's own truth. I wasn't in the house. I didn't shoot Bob. about to point the finger. But not now. Police arrested all three of us. Charged us with murder. They broke my heart when the little boys was taken. Trial came to Beechworth. I made myself as neat as I could. I sat quiet to show the judge and the jurors that I was a respectable woman. For all my husband is a vile drunkard, and can read and write. It worked against me though. Prosecution painted Betsy Scott as cold and heartless. Said I'd played the whore with Davy. Used my feminine wiles to talk him and Julian into murdering my husband, even if it wasn't me that fired the shot that blew his brains out. Jury took 30 minutes to find us all guilty. Me, Davy, Julian Cross. Judge put on his black cap to deliver the sentence. Coming to fetch me soon. Heavy boots clip the flagstones. Left, right, left, right. Keys clunk in the lock. Door scrapes open on rusty hinges. Black shadow falls across the floor. Walls as cold as the grave. So big day. I'll be the first woman to hang the colony of Victoria. I won't make a fuss. Be dignified. Because that's one thing I do ever see. I look respectable in my cotton clothes. Got my white cambric handkerchief. Lady always carries a handkerchief. It'll be quite a procession. A bit like my wedding day. Someone places a white hood on my head, carefully like you would a wedding veil. The parson leads off, followed by Julian Cross. Davy, sobbing his heart out. And then me. Door opens onto a courtyard. First a gasp and then a roar. All those people out. The crowd surges forward. Come to see me. Elizabeth Scott. Come to see me.
There for hours when I saw him, just on the step outside, and I told him, I said to him, you're either in trouble with someone right now or you're planning to be real soon. That's me, always put my foot in it, got to open up my big gob, can't just let people be. He looked a bit confused. Oh, but he had lovely eyes though. Oh, you couldn't look at a pair of eyes like that. So innocent, like frickin' Bambi or something. You couldn't look at a pair of eyes like that. Sitting mournfully on the step in that thin little hoodie, not even going anywhere, not even for a drink of water, and not say something to the poor lad. Well, he didn't say anything back, he just kind of smiled up at me. I could tell he was a nice boy. Nicely brought up and that. And he was too polite not to respond, but he really didn't want to go anywhere. I was worried about him though. I mean, my kids didn't travel much, but if they did, I wouldn't want to see them sat out on the step in front of some foreigner's house for hours on end, not even going to have a drink or have a pee. You must be thirsty, lad, I said to him, and he shook his head. But I could tell he was. He shook his head thirstily. Which you might not think is possible, but if you saw him shaking his head like that, looking so tired and thirsty with so much pain in those Bambi eyes of his, I just went and got him some water right away and he gulped it down, so I knew I'd done the right thing. Then I thought, my goodness, he must be thirsty too, poor little blighter. So I came back inside, got one of the apples out of the fruit bowl. It's a little past its use by date, but we needed the others for lunch. My husband hates it when apples go soft. Anyway, apple's an apple. Beggars can't be choosers, and Bambi didn't seem to mind. He gobbled it up emphatically. Didn't say anything at all about being too soft. But then I started wondering if I'd done the right thing after all. How did I know he was nice? Really? What did I know about him? Maybe he'd been sent home from school for doing something to the girls. Maybe he was planning a terrorist attack right here on the street and here I was aiding and abetting him. I didn't want to go to jail for supporting a criminal. Those lawyers, they're a tricky bunch. They could argue I must have known. As anyone could see, he was brazenly sitting on the step for hours on end, loitering with intent or plotting something terrible, and I was bringing him snacks. So I came back inside and I tried to focus on my calendar, shut all the blinds. I'm making a calendar for the family for 2019 with pictures of the family members for each month. It seems like a nice idea, you might think, but problem is my family don't neatly divide into 12. And if any member thinks one of the other members have been favoured, they scream blue bloody murder. Oh, there's 5 photos of Marley. Why have you got 5 photos of Marley and only 4 of me? He's always been your favourite. And so on. Oh, plus they want me to put pictures of the dogs in. And plus it's really difficult just choosing 1 or 2 pickies of the grandchildren. They're really, I mean probably everyone thinks this, but my grandchildren are really photogenic. I mean all children are photogenic, but my grandchildren are really something. There. That's Linux. This is Emmy. And this is little Jax. Jax has the same name as another little boy in playgroup who has 2 mummies. That's fine, I said, that's their business, doesn't affect our little Jax. Our little Jax is obviously a little boy. He just loves trucks. And every time he sees one, he goes, tuck, tuck. You really have to see him do it. I can't do it justice. It's hilarious. I wonder if Bambi has any kids back in. Oh, he doesn't seem old enough, but you never know with those types. I looked back out the window and he was still there. So I gave him another apple, but I said, this is the last one. And he said, thank you, but he didn't seem as grateful as before. I noticed he didn't eat it right away either. He just tucked it in his hoodie somewhere for later. clever of him. They're not stupid. He probably knows his big bandy eyes have an effect. And who knows if he uses that to get around things when it suits him. They're boys like that are used to getting their own way. Their mothers really spoil them in those cultures, and the wives just follow on with it. He must have done something really terrible to be sat out there all afternoon. I wonder what he did. I regret giving him the apple now. Probably be too much to go and ask for my apple back. Even though he hasn't eaten it yet. But if someone found it on him, it would be traced to me. It's probably better I let the authorities know about it now. Then they can't say I helped him if anything happened. Probably nothing will happen, I'm just being silly, but there's no harm in making sure. It just seems a bit odd. That's all. You're meant to let them know if you see anything suspicious. I won't make a big deal of it. I'll quietly alert the police to his presence. I won't say he's definitely planning anything. I'll just let them know. Oh, his mum's home. She's there with the key. Apparently he just locked himself out. Very silly of him not to come over and just ask to use the phone or something. No wonder people are afraid of them. They won't integrate. Oh well, glad it got sorted out in the end. Oh, he's showing her my apple. That's nice. Good.
It's like skydiving, except you're not falling away, but up, around, sideways. I am dominating the universe. I am powerful. I am extraordinary. I am alone. I like this job. Better than working in factory. But factory work is good for the greater good of communism. Look, I am fish. Communist fish. I am here because I am skydiver. A good skydiver. Russia wanted women in space and then we were there. I am there. First woman in space, 20 years before America. What do you think of communism now, asshole? Anyone can be in space in communism. If I'd been a Russian skydiver, I could have been in space. Just wrong time and place. And I met William, of course, and then we got married, and the rest is the rest. Some women have done amazing things, haven't they? Valentina Tereshkova in space. Imagine that. All alone up there, looking down here. No washing or cooking, just space. No one screeching your name at all hours of the day. No dust, and maybe space dust. But you don't have to dust it. I don't have to dust it. I can watch it. I can spin around it. I can be faceless and soundless. Watch me. I get motion sickness. That is irony. But not ironing. I'd take ironic motion sickness over ironing any day. William prefers me to stay at home with the kids, and I don't think I ever argued about that. Who wants to go to work? Who wants to go to a job each day where you have to relate to other adults and think and be challenged? Who would want that? Of course, the children have gone now, left home to go to work and become astronauts, or whatever they like. That's what I liked. That's what I wanted the first moment I saw them walk on the moon. I told my mum, and she said, "You've always had such good ideas, Myra, but that's not one of them." I've always had such good ideas. When I was at school, I was always the group leader. I made all the decisions. I made really good decisions. The boys made crazy, stupid suggestions, and I straightened them out. Boys went into space and I stayed here. Sometimes William talks to me about his cases and I help him out. I help him to see things differently, and he says to me, "What would I do without you, Myra mine?" That's his pet name for me, Myra mine. I am the woman behind the man. I am the woman above the man. All the men, thousands of miles above, they cannot step in front of me. I can eclipse them. Woman satellite! Beep, boop, beep, boop. Beaming down estrogen success! Each day I am fixing little things on the ship. Measuring, monitoring, taking records, flight log, oxygen, nitrogen, fuel, and photographs. So many photos. Click. 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 Oh, Valentina. If you have your imagination, you'll never be lonely. Aim for the moon, and if you miss, you'll get the stars. Twinkle, twinkle, little Carly, how I wonder what you are. Giant steps are what you take, walking on them. Perhaps I should give James a call and see how they're getting on with the new baby. I did a great job with James. Turned him right into a father and a husband. And Carly, lovely Carly. I did not do as good a job there. I hope my legs won't break walking on the moon. I will never do anything except this. I will never be anything except this. I must be happy with this. If you have your imagination, you'll never be lonely. I've got the whole world in my hands. I've got the whole wide world in my hands. I was the inspiration to thousands and thousands of Soviet girls and one Australian girl. No one is ever one thing forever, unless they want to be. Even if they want to be. Let's go together now. I will take you. If we hurry, we will see the sun rising over the planet Earth, and then you will feel your beautiful tininess. Don't worry. There is time tomorrow to clean. There is time tomorrow to feel sorrow for your daughter. Look at that sun. Look at it. If you have your imagination, you'll never be lonely. But I am.